Clara thought she had finally found the right man, the kind of man she had been dreaming of for years. From the very first date, he was magnetic, attentive, charming. Every glance felt intentional, every word carefully chosen to make her feel special. He listened to her stories like they were the most fascinating thing in the world. He remembered the smallest details. Her favorite song, the way she liked her coffee, the name of the street where she grew up. The good morning text came every single day without fail, and each one made her heart flutter. Compliments flowed constantly. You're incredible. I've never met anyone like you. You're exactly what I've been looking for. He knew exactly how to make her feel seen, valued, desired. And with every message, every kiss, every promise, Clara's walls fell a little further. She let herself believe that this was the beginning of a real, deep, once-in-a-lifetime kind of love. But as time went on, a small voice inside her whispered that something didn't feel right. No matter how sweet, how passionate, or how present he appeared to be, everything, absolutely everything, seemed to circle back to the same place. The deeper conversations that started with "tell me about your dreams" would slowly slide into flirtation. The nights that were supposed to be about connection and laughter always ended the same way, in his bed. And while their physical chemistry was undeniable, Clara began to notice that when intimacy wasn't an option, neither was he. At first, she brushed it off. This is normal, she told herself. Every relationship has a physical side. But as the weeks turned into months, the pattern became painfully, heartbreakingly clear. He was affectionate when he wanted something, attentive when it benefited him, present when his desires were on the line. He'd always find time for her, but only when it was convenient. He'd always reach out, but only late at night. He'd always say he missed her, but always followed it with "come over." And when Clara tried to push the relationship into deeper territory, it was like hitting a wall. Whenever she spoke about the future, he'd laugh and change the subject. Whenever she shared her fears or opened up about her emotions, he'd deflect with sarcasm or a playful kiss to distract her. And when she asked him to meet her friends or come to a family dinner, he always had a perfectly rehearsed excuse. "I'm too busy. I'm not ready. Let's not rush things." But the most painful sign of all came every time Clara said, "Not tonight." The shift was instant. His warmth would vanish. His messages would stop. Days of silence would follow. No calls, no texts, no effort. His absence felt like punishment for daring to have boundaries. And then, just as suddenly, he'd return with the same charm, the same smile, the same irresistible script that always pulled her back in. Clara would give in, hoping this time it would be different, but it never was. And then the truth hit her with brutal clarity. This wasn't love. It was convenience disguised as passion. It was lust dressed up as affection. It was selfishness wearing the mask of romance. He didn't care about the little things that made her who she was. He didn't ask about her dreams or cheer for her goals. He never wanted to hear about her childhood, her fears, or the scars that shaped her. His interest began and ended with her body. And the worst part, Clara had been accepting it because she desperately wanted to believe that love was hiding somewhere beneath the surface. But love isn't that. Love doesn't only show up when the lights are off. Love doesn't disappear when you say no. Love doesn't pretend to care while secretly plotting how to get what it wants. Love is patient. Love listens. Love holds space for every part of you, even the messy, complicated, vulnerable parts. And that night, staring at her reflection through tear-stained eyes, Clara finally admitted what she had been too afraid to see. When someone truly loves you, they don't just crave your body. They crave your mind, your soul, your silence, your chaos. They want to know your fears and celebrate your victories. They want to walk beside you through the storms, not just share the warmth of your bed. A man who truly loves you doesn't go silent when he's denied. He doesn't vanish when things get uncomfortable. He shows up again and again, not just for the pleasure, but for you. If all he gives you is a warm body, stolen nights, and empty promises, then let this be your wake-up call. He doesn't love you. He's using you. And every time you mistake his hunger for devotion, you teach him that you will settle for crumbs. Real love is never begged for. It doesn't demand pieces of you as payment. It doesn't measure affection in rumpled sheets and whispered lies. So if he only reaches for you when he wants your skin, but disappears when he's faced with your soul, the truth is staring you in the face. He was never in love with you. He was in love with what he could take from you. And the most powerful thing you can do is stop letting him. Because here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. The more you give to someone who doesn't value you, the less they respect you. The more chances you offer to a person who only shows up when it benefits them, the less they try. And the longer you allow yourself to be treated like an option, the further you drift from the love you truly deserve. This is how it happens. Slowly, almost invisibly. First, you ignore the little signs because you want to believe the best in him. Then you start making excuses for his behavior because you're terrified of losing him. After that, you shrink your needs, silence your voice, and lower your standards just so he won't walk away. And before you realize it, you're living a half-life, convincing yourself that the bare minimum is love. But here's the thing, real love doesn't require you to shrink. It doesn't ask you to sacrifice your self-worth to keep someone close. It doesn't demand that you silence your intuition or betray your boundaries. Real love meets you where you are. It grows with you. It makes you feel safe, seen, and valued. If he only calls when it's convenient, it's not love. If he vanishes when you need him most, it's not love. If he shows affection only when he wants something in return, it's not love. If he never asks about your soul, your heart, your dreams, it's not love. Stop convincing yourself that his attention is love. Stop interpreting his physical desire as emotional depth. Stop mistaking his occasional presence as proof of commitment. These are not signs of love. They are signs of manipulation, control, and selfishness. And you know why this truth is so painful. Because deep down, you already know it. There's a part of you, the part that feels the ache in your chest when he goes silent, the part that stares at the phone waiting for a text that never comes, the part that feels empty even when he's lying right next to you, that already knows this isn't real. But that part of you has been silenced by fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear of not being enough, fear that if you walk away, no one else will want you. Let me tell you something you need to hear. Your worth is not determined by whether or not he chooses you. You are worthy because you exist. You are enough even when no one is standing beside you. And the moment you stop settling for half love is the moment you create space for a love that is whole. I know it's hard. I know the thought of walking away feels terrifying. I know you replay the good moments in your mind and wonder if maybe, just maybe, he'll change. But people don't change when they're comfortable. And why would he change when you keep teaching him that he can treat you this way and you'll stay? Every time you forgive him for disappearing, you teach him it's okay to leave. Every time you accept his excuses, you teach him that effort isn't necessary. Every time you let him come back without consequences, you teach him that you'll always be there, no matter how little he gives. And the truth is, he knows what he's doing. He knows that you crave his love. He knows that you're afraid of losing him. He knows that he can offer the bare minimum and you'll accept it because you keep proving it to him. But you are not powerless. You're not trapped. You're not doomed to repeat this cycle forever. The power to change the story is, and has always been, in your hands. It starts with one decision: choosing yourself, choosing your peace over his presence, choosing your dignity over his attention, choosing your future over his fleeting moments of desire. And when you make that choice, truly make it, something incredible happens. The fog lifts, the silence stops hurting, the absence stops feeling like a punishment and starts feeling like freedom. You stop chasing love that was never meant to be yours and start attracting the kind of love that is. Because the love you deserve is not one that disappears when you say no. It's not one that only sees your body and ignores your soul. It's not one that drains you, confuses you, or makes you question your worth. The love you deserve is steady. It's consistent. It's present. It's a love that chooses you every single day, not just when it's convenient. It's a love that sees every part of you and still stays. A love that builds, that grows, that elevates you. And until you stop accepting less, you'll never have the chance to receive more. So this is your moment, your turning point, your sign. Stop waiting for him to wake up and realize what he has. Stop hoping he'll become the man you need. Stop handing your heart to someone who only shows up to feed his ego. Walk away, not because you stopped loving him, but because you finally started loving yourself. You don't owe anyone access to your body when they've shown no interest in your soul. You don't owe anyone a second chance when they squandered the first. And you certainly don't owe anyone your loyalty when they were never truly loyal to you. Love yourself enough to demand more. Love yourself enough to close the door on anything that diminishes your light. Love yourself enough to know that being alone is not the worst thing. Settling for half love is. And when you finally choose you, when you finally reclaim your worth, when you finally refuse to accept crumbs, that's when the real story begins. That's when real love has a chance to find you. Because the truth is, you were never asking for too much. You were just asking the wrong person.